we have finished up homework 0 and everything passed. We did the comments, submitted, everything looked good. Now we want to do the bonus part. The first part is just submit a screenshot showing the test passing. Okay, to do that, once again, we come up here and we click on actions and we click on added comments and we click on here the auto grading, and this shows everything passed for this. So you could take a screenshot of this, save it as a file, a PNG file, and then submit that on Canvas. Okay, so that's the first part. Now the next part for bonus is in the cheat sheets folder, edit the helpers MD file to finish filling out the documentation. Don't forget to stage, commit, and push these changes as well. Okay, so we can see the files in this one, okay, just by clicking up here. So if we click on cheat sheets here, there's helpers, and if we click that, this is what it looks like. So this is the rendered version of what it looks like. So we're filling out this cheat sheet. So this says cat does this, it concatenates a file, make directory makes file. So this is Linux stuff, and this is Git stuff, and this is Emacs stuff, and you need to fill in these blank lines. Okay, so let's do one of them, and then you can do the rest. And then when you're done, then it's just part of your project. So you just do a add and then a commit and say that you did the cheat sheet, and then you did a push, and make sure it doesn't mess up any test. Alright, so here we are on the terminal. So if I do a ls there, I'm actually in the project. So I want to cd down to cheat sheets. Okay, now do a ls, and there's the file. And now I want to Emacs this file. Okay, so Emacs -nw and then HE and hit tab, and there is the file. Okay, and you see this one's kind of weird. It uses markup language, which I assume we'll talk about later in this class. This is my first time doing this as well. So but let's just do one of them. So it's just sort of a follow the pattern. So let's figure out what this **dir does. If we look at directory, hey, that makes it bold. Okay, so let's say the ls, remember I want to click, but we're using the text version, so I just move my cursor down here, and we'll say ls shows a listing, and I'll ** this listing of the files in the directory. Okay, now if you're running this on Linux, there's a way to load this up, but I'm just we'll submit and see what it looks like there. Alright, so let's do that. So I'm going to save it. So Control X, Control S, Control X, Control C, and I'm going to cd back up a directory, and I'm going to add everything, and I'm going to commit everything, and I'll say working on cheat sheet, and I'll do a git push. Okay, now that actually updated this file right here. So if I refresh, we should see the ls right here. If I made errors, then this won't show up, but let's hit refresh, and look, it showed up, and that is bold. So that's the way you do it. Be very careful editing that file. However, if you do completely screw it up, we'll talk about how to go back in history and get back an unscrewed up version. That is the nice thing about Git, is if we completely mess this up, we can go back to a previous version.
So while we're here, let's see if we can figure out how to go back to previous version. So I want to go back to a previous version of this file and see what we changed. Shows us what we changed there. Yeah, so these are, there's that. Okay, so there is our initial commit. If we click on that, and click on here, there's our initial version of the file, so no ls there. And if we click on here, the one that we just submitted, there's the one that we added. Okay.
Alright, so once again, fill this out, try to fill in all those blanks, and that will be bonus. And I think that's it. Let's go back and look at the instructions one more time, make sure we didn't miss anything.
So for bonus, submit a screenshot and fill out that documentation. Stage, commit, push. We did all that.
So fill it out. Stage mean add, commit it, push it, make sure it still looks good. If it doesn't, fix changes, get it looking right, and that will be the bonus. Okay. I think that's it for homework 0. I don't know, probably took me a couple hours to do this the first time. The hardest part for me was figuring out where the meta key was on the Macintosh. If you're doing it on a Windows computer or a Linux computer, shouldn't have that problem. But anyway, we'll see you in the next video.